former member of NEC and leader of this entertainment group, Adija Cobra. The staff of this academy, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere Leadership School, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me first thank the Secretary General of CCM, Daniel Changolo, and also thank Mwalimu Julius for extending this invitation to me, but maybe also recognize, I'm sorry, my colleague from the show, from CPC. From the show represents CPC, I think it is only put. Not only representing CPC in Tanzania, they are representing CPC in the 6 sister countries. In the 6 sister countries. Okay, I don't want to change what the Chinese communist government has said, but definitely you are representing CPC in the interest of all our parties. Let me also thank Mwalimu Julius for inviting me to officiate this important ceremony. And also join those who completed this important course, which was intended to prepare the youth of our parties, the parties of liberation, the parties of the struggle, and the parties of Chimureka. I know I went through the courses that we went through. The list is very long. You studied many things, and it was all intended to prepare you to become better youth leaders, but also better party leaders. Not in the future, but to become better party leaders now. You are all aware of the special and strategic relationship between our parties. These are parties of liberation. These are parties that were formerly called the parties of the frontline states. Parties which fought for the liberation against colonization, against domination, and against apartheid. And it is orientation, the leadership of our parties, to hand over this knowledge to the youths who will soon take over the leadership of our political parties. As I was preparing to come to this event, two things came to my mind. One is that our parties, and particularly our countries, are countries which have a majority of very young people. The statistics are showing that youths represent about 60% of our population. It is therefore important that every agenda we think of, every agenda we plan, should focus on the youth. I'm glad you have gone through an important course, and definitely the focus is now on the youths. The second thing that came to my mind was the enormous contribution that the young people in our countries and in our region are making in the process of deepening democracy, strengthening the rule of law, promoting reforms, but also promoting entrepreneurship through ICT and innovation. I'm in the group of what are they called? Those who were born before internet. There must be nothing. What are they called? Born before? Huh? Born before computer. Born before technology. Born before IT. But we never faced the problem we are facing now. We never had cell phones. You know, we have telephones on our table. That was the only way to communicate. We were sending letters through the post office box. Now we have internet. It is becoming more complicated. And then I asked myself a question that still lingers in my mind. How do we harness the full potential of our young people? Excellencies, distinguished guests, Madam Principal, I believe this training program has made a practical attempt to address all these issues. And let me take this opportunity to congratulate all those who attended, successfully completed, and got their certificates this afternoon. Congratulations to all of you. You covered issues of conflict resolution, regional integration, Pan-Africanism, management of political parties, and many other subjects. We also covered about elections and how to win elections. I had the privilege of running elections in my country. I don't want to open a classroom here. But one thing I realized, election is about four things. Number one, election is about the candidate. Who is your candidate? Whether it is presidential, whether it is constituency, or whether it is a local government. Is he somebody who is well prepared, well organized, articulate, has all the qualities, but also one who will get votes for himself or for herself, but one who the party will have to struggle to get votes for him or her. So the candidate is very important. You have to get a good candidate who knows the principles, the values of what the party stands for, but also who will be easy to get votes. Second, election is about issues. What are the issues? It's about poverty, it's about employment, it's about the economy, it's about infrastructure, social service, or sometimes it's about ethics. Three, election is about organization. How do you organize yourselves to win an election? If you are not well organized, very difficult to get a win in the election. The election is well organized, and you are sure. And the election is won before the voting happens. You should be able to say, if the vote happens today, we will get 40, we will get 60, we will get 70%. And that will be determined by you, how you also organize yourselves. And number 4, election is about resources. You must have resources. Campaigning needs resources. Candidates need resources. Movements need resources. Rallies need resources. Radio and television and all media advertisement needs resources. There's no election without resources. I'm not intending to work at a class here. The class was being concluded and certificates have been given. So, I want to congratulate all of you for successfully completing the course. Allow me also on this juncture to express my gratitude to all the resource persons and the scholars, the distinguished scholars, I would say, who shared their thoughts, their insights, their knowledge, their experience on various topics. I also thank you for taking the time off during your busy schedule and come to share your rich experience with our young leaders. And in this case, I'm referring to the resource persons. The participants are the young generation of our countries. Sometimes they are called the future leaders. I think we should refuse to be called the future leaders, because the majority of our population is young. You are not the future leaders. You are the current leaders of our countries. Some of you have important jobs. Some of you are district commissioners. Some of you are members of central committee. Some of you are leaders of our organization, the youth organization. Some of you belong to the women organization. You have leadership roles already. So you are not future leaders. You are leaders of our party organizations and of our parties. Therefore, it is our duty to empower, to educate, and to advance the youth to take over the leadership not only of our parties, but of our countries. I believe that when we are empowered, certainly, we are more likely to push for improvement for whatever you embark on. And it is that improvement that will bring better living standards, better living conditions, better income, and bring more food, but will also make our communities better. The improvement that will bring growth and prosperity to our communities. You must have been told that in Tanzania, we believe that in order to be successful in the future, we have no option other than investing in the youth. We are very keen on the youth development, as well as in the women development. And this is clearly stipulated in our manifesto. And the party has given directive to the government to promote free education, meaning free primary education, free secondary education, and to a greater extent, free university education. The government provides financial support for those joining higher learning institutions, but also supports those who are joining the vocational training, whose objective is to build skills, and particularly to those young boys and girls who miss their secondary education. In order to promote entrepreneurship, the government in Tanzania has designed various financial packages for young people who are willing to start small and medium businesses, including agricultural activities. This assistance is available at the local levels and in our municipalities. We allocate 10% of our resources in the local government to the youth and women. We also have several projects meant to support both technically and financially young people who are interested to venture in farming, fishing, and livestock keeping. Furthermore, we have considerable number of young people who have been appointed to serve in government in political posts at all levels. The best example is the district commissioner you see here sitting. He's a young man, but big in position. When we come to him, we salute him. We also have some other district commissioners in this course which has just concluded. We also have members of the Central Committee in authority from Zanu PF. They are young, but they are members of the Zanu PF Central Committee who are attending this course. Despite the political will, I have to be honest that we are not where we would want to be. We are constrained by many factors, just like you're experiencing in your own countries, mainly by competing needs and of course limited resources. But at least we have started the journey. And I also believe that through your parties, your countries are also doing the same. We have started this journey of empowering the youth. But eventually, we put the young Tanzanians, Zimbabweans, Angolans, Namibians, Mozambicans, and in all our countries where they deserve to be. We don't want to be left behind. As the late Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations, rightly said, and I quote him, "Any society that does not succeed in tapping into the energy and creativity of its youth will definitely be left behind." And we don't want to be left behind. I am certain we all aspire to be at the top, not only of our party leadership, but also in the leadership of our countries. And there is nothing wrong in that dream that we all have. Nothing wrong. But you have to prepare very well for this future responsibility, which is heavy but also demanding. Preparation is the key if you want to be a successful leader. Indeed, you cannot walk this journey of leadership alone. You need to have a mentor in your party and in your countries that will hold your hand and guide you to that objective. This will allow you to learn from their experience, their successes, but also from their mistakes. I have been a leader of this party for many decades. I've had positions in this country. I'm sure I made many mistakes. And those who gave me those positions were kind enough to bear with me whenever I made mistakes. So I have learned to bear with the young who commit mistakes. We should not punish the young when they make mistakes. We should correct them. We should guide them. Even a child, when the child grows, he has to fall many times before it walks. So it is important that we train the youth. We accept that they make mistakes. We help them correct the mistakes. We guide them so that they become better leaders. You should also get out of there and also connect with other people within your country and outside. You are very lucky that you are in the times of internet. You are digitized. We were analog. You are digital. You know, when I discuss with the young people sometimes, they say you don't understand. You know why? Because you are analog. You are digital. So I try hard to be digital as well, so that I can be at the same level and talk to the young people. Let me assure you, I'm half digitized, not completely digitized. As a leader, you have to think positively, and you also have to be active, proactive. Always aspire to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. Exchange ideas with fellow leaders, young and senior. Above all, seek knowledge by reading. And I want to emphasize here, people don't read nowadays. People have been spoiled by the gadget. I'm trying, how many books have you read this year? I want to ask all of you, those who got their certificate. Have you read this year 25 books? Those who read 25 books. Those who read 20. Those who read 10. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're not sure. 7. Those who read 2 books. Those who got their information from websites. All of us. So you see, websites and digital information have told us we have to read. Unfortunately, the library of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere is very far from here. Mwalimu, you know Mwalimu Nyerere? All of you know Mwalimu Nyerere. first president of this country, and first leader of our party, and first chairman of the frontline states. He divided in Putiama in his own village. But there's also a museum and a library in Putiama. If you go there are over 8,000 books, which he read them all. 8,000. Now imagine if you read 8,000 books, how much knowledge do you get? And the more you read, the more knowledge you get. I urge you, my dear sons and daughters, the young leaders of today, but also of tomorrow, to hold each other and to support each other. Don't struggle to pull down your colleague. Help your colleague and support your colleague. Share your skills with other young leaders and network with them. This journey of leadership is long, but also carries a lot of responsibilities. So plan now and start now to work towards your goal. I'm sure each one of you have an objective. How many of you want to become councillors in your area? How many of you want to become MPs? How many of you are in the next election in Zimbabwe? In the coming election in South Africa? In the coming election in Namibia, how many of you are going to run and become members of parliament? Ambassador, nobody is prepared. You're still prepared thinking about it. And how many of you are preparing to become members of parliament in Mozambique? They don't want to be known that they are preparing. Is it? And how many are preparing to become MPs in the 2025 election in Tanzania? At least I'm not. So, you have to plan, you have to organize yourself for any goal that you aspire. It does not matter how small your objective is, or how far it is. Most important, you have to start preparing now. Remember, always you have no time to waste. Because every day you become older, your time moves. So stay focused and put your best effort in whatever you want to do and whatever you want to achieve. If you do that, I believe the next step when we meet again, you will either be in the leadership of your party or in the leadership of your country. With these few remarks, in conclusion, I once again thank my principal for inviting me to this great honor of officiating the conclusion of this course. I also once again congratulate those resourceful persons who participated in training these young men and women. And I thank the CPC for always supporting. I always say that we have a relationship with many parties and many governments in many countries. But we have a special relationship with the CPC, the People's Republic of China, and the people of China. Thank you, and we always thank you for the contribution you have made to our practice, to our governments. Closed. kindly request all of you to send our warm greetings to the leadership of your parties, to the leadership of your youth organizations, and to our brothers and sisters in your countries, and all friends and comrades out there. I thank you very much. Asante sana.
Do partido Mapinduzi.
I would like to express my greetings to Comrade Kinana, the Vice President of Chama cha Mapinduzi.
E a delegação que acompanha na presidência do ato.
And
a delegação que acompanha na presidência do ato.
the delegation which I lead.
Vamos deixar saudar os nossos convidados, em particular a Sua Excelência Embaixadora de Angola, acreditado na República Unida da Tanzânia.
We would also like to express our greetings to convey our greetings to his ambassador of Angola in Tanzania.
Nós estamos mais uma vez aqui em representação do Partido MPLA e sob orientação de Sua Excelência o camarada Presidente João Manuel Gonçalves Lourenço.
We are here to represent the party with the leadership of João Lourenço.
O camarada Presidente João Lourenço tem apostado na juventude e nas mulheres.
Comrade João Lourenço has been investing much in women and also in the youth.
E nós estamos aqui mais uma vez atravessando a Etiópia. Chegamos a Dar es Salaam para participar deste curso de formação sobre liderança juvenil política.
We are here from Angola all the way through Ethiopia to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, to participate in the youth in the party training program.
Excelência Vice-Presidente do Partido Chama cha Mapinduzi, o Partido MPLA neste momento está com o Comitê Central com 50 mais um de mulheres.
Honorable Vice Chairperson of Chama cha Mapinduzi, as we speak, MPLA Party Central Committee has its members 50 plus 1 who are women.
Parafraseando o camarada Presidente João Lourenço.
And also speaking of the comrade João Lourenço.
Os homens que se cuidem, porque se elas não quiserem, elas não aprovarão os nossos documentos porque estão em maioria.
Women, pode se repetir, por favor?
Os homens que se cuidem, se elas não quiserem, não aprovarão os nossos documentos porque estão em maioria.
That he normally says, João Lourenço normally says that men have to take care of themselves, because if they don't want, women will not approve our documents, because they are men.
Eu sou uma jovem que fui também apostada pelo Presidente João Lourenço. Jovem, faço parte do Bureau Político do Comitê Central e também deputada à Assembleia Nacional.
I am also one of the youth who got, as a result of the investment which has been made by João Lourenço, as a member of Political Bureau of MPLA, but also as the member of Parliament in my country.
Nós estamos regozijados pela forma como fomos recebidos.
We are very satisfied by the way we were received.
Agradecemos a Chimamá e a sua equipe.
We thank our Chimamá and your team.
Agradecemos desde já pelos ensinamentos que nos foram passados nesta escola, nesta sala.
But also we thank you very much for all the trainings, all the topics which we were given and delivered here.
Gostaríamos de encorajar a gestão da escola, que é uma gestão de 6 partidos, que continuem a apostar em nós, que nós vamos dar continuidade ao vosso trabalho.
And we would like to encourage the management of this school that you should continue with this great work, that we will also continue with this work back at home.
Porque nós não vamos permitir que a África continue a ser um corpo inerte que cada abutre venha retirar o seu pedaço.
Because we won't allow Africa to continue to be the border whereby anyone who wants to comes and takes part of it.
Vamos continuar a agradecer o investimento que tem feito em nós, jovens, dos seus partidos.
We also continue to thank you for all the investments which has been made in us as youth.
Que Deus continue a lhes dar sabedoria, abençoando a vocês e as vossas famílias.
And we wish you all the wisdom and good health to you and all your families.
E nós vamos sempre dizer: viva a África, viva o continente berço da humanidade e viva a liderança dos seus partidos. Muito obrigada.
I would rather say day because I'm not sure whether it is evening or afternoon. I'm Joplin representing Swabo Party. First of all, I want to acknowledge the presence of the Vice President of CCM and the Deputy Vice President or the Deputy Secretary General of CCM. I also want to acknowledge the great Iron Lady, the Chimama, as you may say it, the Professor herself. I want to acknowledge the presence of all the ambassadors seated, especially my ambassador. He makes me feel at home seeing another face from home. Thank you. Tanzania makes me feel at home because back home when I have to stand on the pulpit, you would not barely see me because of my height. But here I can see you clearly and you can see me. I think it's meant for me. On behalf of the participants of SWAPO, I just want to say that we had relived history in making. We had been at places where we could feel history. And history makes us to know where we are going, helps us to go on our journey as we are the leaders of today. Especially we have lived and seen. I feel like I personally had been with the great hero himself, Julius Nyerere, in Tanzania. I had lived what he had taught the Tanzanians. The nationalism, the Ujamaa, if I'm pronouncing it right, it made me, I just loved it. I just loved it. We had learned great lessons in the weeks that was, and we are very grateful. We don't want to say too much, but also how we were received from day one till today. We want to thank the school. From the airport, we were not lost to follow up. We were at home. Until today, we are at home. We thank the school for that. We thank the Vice President for his wise words to the youth of today. We thank you for teaching us and guiding us as we are going on our path. We cannot go without your great message today. We are really very grateful. So I thank you.
One more time.
Viva! Viva! Viva CCM, viva! Viva! Viva Frelimo, viva! Viva! Viva MPLA, viva! Viva! Viva SWAPO, viva! Viva! Viva ANC, viva! Viva! Pastor Mandu, may I take this opportunity to recognize the presence of Comrade Kinana, Comrade Animraji, I don't know if I'm correct, Mama Professor Marcelina, Comrade Haji, and Comrade Nixon, the District Commissioner, and all our ambassadors here present. We are very delighted to have you in our midst. Your guest of honor, allow me to stand on the protocols already established. First and foremost, I would like to thank His Excellency, Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, for affording us this chance to come here and be imparted with knowledge that will transform us to be better youth leaders. Without his consent, it was going to be difficult for us to be here, to be in your midst, Comrade Principal. Secondly, let me thank the people of Tanzania for the warm hospitality that they granted us during this stay. I know and I'm certain that the spirit that was prevailing here during our stay is the same spirit that prevailed during the days of our liberation struggle to emancipate ourselves from colonialism. I would also want to thank Professor Marcelina for giving us a chance to re-engage and rediscover our solidarity and collaboration with the aim of maintaining our heritage in closing ranks in fighting neo-colonialism and imperialism. We love you, Mama, for that, and we appreciate a lot. In Kiswahili, they say, nakupenda Tanzania. I don't want to take most of your time because I think everyone is aware that politicians, if they're given a chance, they talk long and long. But I'll just be consonant with my height. I think you can also see that I was short and precise. Thank you very much.
What a difficult one. I'll be short and precise. I hope I'll just take 1 minute. But I think what's important first is to say this. From where we are from as the African National Congress, the delegation that was sent and what we seek to represent, we want to make a statement of some sort to say, as the African National Congress, in the current epoch, as many would know that we are in the process of renewing ourselves, it's very difficult to represent the African National Congress anywhere you go in the world. And to be given such a responsibility to be the delegation, it's nothing that, it's something that I'll never take for granted. I wish to take this opportunity to thank the African National Congress and trusting me with this responsibility. In the process of renewal, it's very difficult to distinguish between populism and practicism in terms of leading and conveying the message of the African National Congress. So hence I'm saying it's very difficult. You might have seen in the news when you're watching in South Africa, what is happening and so forth. So in the diplomatic world, I know it's quite different. And also being a young person as an activist, it's also much more difficult actually to convey the message of the ANC and not falling into the trap of trying to be a populist. So in those ways, I honestly want to wish to thank the African National Congress for giving me this opportunity. But importantly, I won't summarize much. I've been speaking a lot throughout the days, and thank you as well once more for the school for giving me the opportunity on 3 consecutive occasions of summarizing the contents that we've been reading. That is a privilege that I will never take for granted. I want to thank the school for giving me that opportunity. But lastly, just to thank the hospitality that was presented to us as the delegation of South Africa. From the first day when we arrived here, it was a bit difficult to adjust. But the next 2 or 3 consecutive days, the patience that has been practiced by the people of Tanzania is really appreciated. Something that we'll never take for granted. One of my colleagues was asking me as to whether I prepared for a message of saying goodbye, and I told him that it's very difficult to prepare. Because you've created relations, you have found a family outside home. 2 weeks is very long, and it's very difficult to say goodbye. If there's one difficult thing, it's never easy to say goodbye to people that you have bonded so much with. From all liberation movements, we've made friendships, we've built camaraderie. I hope that the spirit that we'll be living with here will be that of always engaging and sharing ideas. I wish the school, particularly this group that is here, I can assure you, Mama, that this is one special generation that we have ever engaged with. As I'm closing, I wish to also thank all the delegates that have robustly participated and also that have engaged in a number of issues that are regarding South Africa. We've had a lot of issues. We've been told the message that we must take home. We've also shared ideas with other liberation movements in terms of what is it that needs to be done. With the message that I will leave the delegation with, we are the today, as the Vice Chair said. I don't believe in young people being the future. We are the now. And in us being the now, I want to urge us to make sure that we keep close ties. We know our structural challenges in our liberation movements and also in governments that we find ourselves in. And we know the big demon that we're facing in the global hemisphere. We know the demise that the neocolonialism is attempting to bring in Africa. We know, for a matter of fact, that we are a difficult generation to lead and to be led because most of us are unconscious. We are a generation, if you thought those that have led coming from exile, they had it easy. We are having it much more tougher than they had. And if we are not careful enough, let alone the issue of land, we will be having young people who have no any sense of belonging, but who are Africans and who will never benefit anything from Africa. So we bear a very serious and critical task in making sure that we transform ourselves, particularly those that have assumed the positions of responsibility and leadership, to make sure that we move from attempting to just be intelligent. This world needs young people who must be wiser as soon as possible. We need to be wise to make sure that we safeguard what's left of Africa. If we cannot do that, we can assure you, there won't be any future of Africa. We spoke about how minerals are underneath our land, but they don't belong to us. Those are some of the critical things that we must be able to ponder upon. It does not need any excitement in analyzing these things. It does not mean or us trying to be populist. We need to practically and be pragmatic in our approach and thinking in making sure that we navigate the spaces that we find ourselves in. So with those few words, I would like to honestly appreciate the efforts made by the school to make sure that you organize all liberation movements in Africa, the strategic ones. We wish that the school will grow further. Like we said, this generation is very special. We wish that we can also hand the baton to those that are coming after us. It's a very, very, very critical epoch in the African context. So with those few words, I would honestly like to thank everyone and wish you all the best as you when you're traveling back home. Manga!
Kegetok ana komedi ya Mwalimu Kinana, Vice Chairperson of Chama cha Mapinduzi, Comrade Mwalimu Macha, the Deputy Secretary General of Chama cha Mapinduzi, Comrade Lau, Chairperson of the Eastern Coast of Chama cha Mapinduzi, Ambassador and the member of the Central Committee, good evening. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Marcelina for arranging this training, which is very, very important for us as a young leader. We learn a lot of things, the leadership skills, the good governing, how to make the research in our parties, how to deal with the conflict within the parties. So, for that case, we appreciate the training was very, very important for young leaders. On behalf of my my delegation from Tanzania. I would like to thank you, Comrade Daniel Chongoro, as the General Secretary, for appointing us to be a part of the one who are involved in this training. We thank a lot. And I want to thank our facilitators. They try our level best to train us how to be good in the leadership. And we are proud of them for having a lot of material. Now, let me remind my fellow, from our political liberation to the economic liberation, area use, we are supposed to rethink about the economic liberation. As our facilitators told us. Thank you very much for listening.